One reason why they invoked the Jackie Coogan child prodigy law because my dad took the contract to court. My dad was my biggest supporter. I'm the oldest of five. I was with him every day, but all of a sudden, I was upset.
Or you upset him.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Richard.
Right.
And so the state was over my trustees, trustee over my affairs. And so I couldn't spend any money except, like I said, a car and go to junior college, watch football games. But Vietnam was hot, so you had to carry 15 years per semester,
Right.
or else you were drafted. No incompletes, no Fs, no nothing, which my mom wouldn't go for anyway. And so I was with the Braves, but that was the best thing that happened to me because a couple things. Number one, I met Hank Aaron. And Hank did take care of me as if I was his son. I was with him almost every day, when I was around the Braves, other than the time I was in the minor leagues. And I met Ralph Garr.
Right.
And Ralph was from the South. And Ralph taught me how to think in the South and how to live in the South and how to survive in the South. Because, at that time, my mom was a black studies teacher. So we had all these books in the house. Berkeley's right down the road.
Right.
H. Rap Brown and Angela Davis and Sid Q. And so,
right.
That's how it was. And so, but that didn't work, in the South when you're by yourself.
I guess I met you, I had to be 6 or 7 years old.
True.
You were 19, 20 years old. Right. What was the culture shock in coming from California to the South? Explain that.
Well, the culture shock was, you couldn't go where you wanted to go. And I remember one time, I tried to go in the pool hall and they took the pool cue from me because I was speaking Spanish to one of the guys, and all of a sudden I started speaking English to one of the white guys, and they said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "California." And they snatched it out of my hand. They said, "We don't serve niggers in here." And I said, "What?"
You didn't eat them either. So Rich Pryor joke.
Oh, yeah. And so I ran to Hank's room, and then Hank called NAACP and called Paul Richards, who was general manager at the time, and like whenever we had problems, man, I was so fortunate to have Hank Aaron there. But there were times when different places I couldn't go. You couldn't go to Cress's. You couldn't go to
Cress's. What's that?
Cress's. That was like a Walgreens back in the day, and different places in the South. And then Cito Gaston was with me and Ralph and Double A in my first summer playing there, and I couldn't.
Where?
Playing in actually we were playing for the Austin Braves. We were playing in Arkansas, in Little Rock, Arkansas.
All right. Ralph was with you?
Yes.
Okay.
And I tried to get off the bus and get something to eat. Cito said, "Where you going?" "I'm gonna get me something to eat." He said, "You better sit down, man." He said, "We're gonna let the white dudes get your food for you."